Part 6, Larry Haun, legendary house builder. This guy knows what he's doing. Check it out.
Joe and I have been up on that main floor working, but now I wanted to come down on this model floor and show you a little bit more about layout and about how we nailed it all together. You'll notice that on each rim joist we have a layout at 16 inches on center. The only difference is here the joist goes on this side. Over here it's nailed to the opposite side of the layout. This allows these two joists to lap here in the center. Then with a 13-inch block nailed in, we maintain our 16 inches on center. The block gets nailed in with 2 nails on this end and 2 nails in through that joist into the end of the block. Here at the lap, we nail this lap together with 2 16-penny nails. Then down into the girder you get a toenail down on this side and another 16-penny toenail down through this side. And that's what happens at every girder. We get a toenail here and a toenail here, and at every cell the same. A floor nailed together like this one meets the building code requirements and gives you a good solid base on which to build your home. Now we've got all of our regular floor joists run in, 16 inches on center, but we need a few more to support the interior walls which run parallel to the joists.
Coming back 2/6.
Joe's finding the location of these walls on the plans and marking their center lines on the rim.
Going forward 4/3.
Now the actual joist will set 2 inches to one side of the center line. This will leave room for any pipes or conduit coming into the walls from below.
I'm done.
Then Joe feeds me these doubles, and I cut them to length by eye, sighting down the block as a guide. Since we nailed the blocking flush with the edge of the girder, these doubles have 2 inches of bearing. When the double comes in from the other side, cut a notch in the block so the double can bear right on the girder, but only cut deep enough to remove the notch. We don't want to weaken that girder. That's that one. This is an access hole for the crawl space, and I have to double up the rim here to support any load from above. Here we're working on our bay window, and that's why these joists cantilever out over the edge of the building. Because of that, we stopped our rim joist and ran in 14.5-inch blocks to maintain these joists at 16 inches on center. This bay window comes out from the building line 24 inches. So we measure out 22.5 inches, make a mark here, and another one down at the last joist. Then we'll snap a chalk line and cut it and nail on our rim joist, and we'll have a full 24 inches. You're right, some of these boards are ugly, but the discoloration is only on the surface, and it doesn't affect the strength of the wood. This is Douglas fir framing lumber, number 2 or better. It's strong, and as a framing lumber, it's hard to beat. You can see that I've let this rim run long. I'll cut it later. Now the front of the bay is 4 feet wide. I found the center, and now I'm marking the edges of the bay 22.5 inches from that center line. Next, I snap a line at 45 degrees to mark the sides of the bay. I have to lay the saw over at 45 degrees to cut the joists. The rims then nail on with a 45-degree cut on each end. A bay like this really makes a simple building more appealing, and it only takes a little more effort.